Last week, I was invited to a Colorado Avalanche hockey game. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I love hockey because I love to roller skate. So when I'm watching the players glide around on the ice, I can imagine what it would be like to be out there myself. Sometimes I'll even dream that I'm skating the next night. This was a really awesome game because I actually had the best seats in the house. I was right up against the glass, right behind the goal line. And a few times the players would come and slam into the glass right in front of me, or the hockey puck would hit the plexiglass. And the first few times it happened, it kind of made me jump a little bit. And then the first goal was scored. And the guy sitting next to me, who was a seasoned ticket holder, I believe, started banging on the glass to celebrate the goal. And it made me jump. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was happening. And every time something exciting happened, he would bang on the glass. And pretty soon I realized, okay, this is how we celebrate. And before I realized it, the next goal that was made, I'm banging on the glass too. And I had quickly learned this new behavior, this new barbaric behavior. And it was so fun. Not even being a sports fan, I was able to pick up on the vibes of the game and feel the energy of the crowd around me, and even see the facial expressions on the players, a lot of them with missing teeth. And it was a really fun experience. In the same way that I learned how to bang on the plexiglass, and it was something I had never been exposed to before, we often learn new habits from the people around us. Just by watching them, we pick up on their habits. If you struggle with emotional eating or mindless snacking, there's a really good chance, in fact, I can almost guarantee, that you observed someone else doing that behavior first, and you watched them in a way that let you feel as if you were doing it yourself, so that you could naturally float into that same behavior and take it on as your own. I recently heard a statistic that 95% of our personalities and behaviors by the time we're the age of 35 have been borrowed from someone else. The good news is that if you struggle with your weight and you've learned some bad habits from observing other people and imitating them, you can switch that around and begin to observe and imitate people who don't struggle with their weight. These people are not genetic freaks. They're simply people who likely were raised around other people who didn't struggle with their weight and picked up on the same behaviors and thought processes and attitudes about food and their body as the people who didn't struggle. So your mission for this week is to start to notice the people around you who are naturally thin, meaning that they don't struggle with their weight, they probably don't own a scale, and they don't obsess about what they eat. They probably push away their food before they're finished and would say, oh, I just couldn't eat another bite. I want you to start noticing those people and just imagine, just playfully imagine what it would be like to sit inside their skin, to look at the food through their eyes, to think about food the way they think about food. And just try on that new behavior. Whenever you see someone who doesn't struggle with their weight, imagine what it would be like to be them. Don't feel jealous of them, but imagine being them. And what this does is it's a fun, playful way to actually access the subconscious part of you that knows how to imitate that positive behavior. It can happen easily and on autopilot. Be really careful of your self-talk here. Make sure that you're not saying anything like, oh, there's something special about them that I could never have. Say, I can do this. If they can do it, I can do it. If I can learn overweight behavior from someone, I can learn naturally thin behavior from someone. Give yourself a little pep talk, because when you say positive, empowering things to yourself, even your body believes you, and you will be amazed at how easy it is to start stepping into some new behaviors and some new relationships with food and your body. I'm Lori Hammond, and if you enjoyed this video, please share it and follow me wherever you're watching it. Have an amazing day.